Good day. This is the Pastor's Desk, and I'm Pastor Jim with some encouragement for you today. And in light of St. Patrick's Day, just around the corner, here's some encouragement and some backstory concerning Patrick of Ireland. The 17th of March is widely recognized as St. Patrick's Day, a common celebration of Celtic culture and all things Irish. I should have a big green bow tie on here. I think I've got it in the cupboard here somewhere. Once you sift through all the fun and frivolity, though, there emerges a compelling and compassionate recounting of a life lived in service for the Lord. Around the year 430 AD, a fleet of longboats made shore in eastern Roman Britain, where a 16-year-old Patricius and his family walked. He was the son of a civil magistrate and tax collector. These were Irish raiders and their longboats, and they were known to take slave captives to the ends of the earth. People were gone. These warriors demolished the local village and dragged a boatload of captives bound for the east coast of Ireland. Patricius would end up being sold as a slave, shepherding his master's sheep and pigs. He would find himself quite isolated for long stretches on the green hills of Erin, Ireland. He'd been raised in a Christian home and now in his late teens would reflect on those beliefs for comfort and encouragement. Eventually, he would write his memoirs and of his personal faith, including reflections, like this. I would pray constantly during the daylight hours. The love of God and the fear of Him surrounded me more and more. And faith grew in me. My spirit roused so that in one day I would say as many as 100 prayers, and at night only slightly less. After 6 years of captivity and servitude, he believed that God led him to escape, ending up back in a harbor where he boarded a ship for Gaul, France, that would eventually take him back home to reunite with his parents and his family. Of course, that's only the first half of the story. After his escape, he would complete some education and training in Christian ministry that would lead to a dream and a call to return to Ireland as a messenger for the Lord, as a missionary. And return Patrick did, and he did not fear what might await him. We must not fear any risks in faithfully preaching God's name boldly and in every place, he said. This time Patrick, older, wiser, prepared, had sufficient funds to find protectors and partners as he faced Celts and Druids, and also faced and fought against the greatest enemy that he'd been so intimately familiar with, slavery. In his lifetime, Patrick ended the Irish slave trade as most of his mission work was focused with Ireland's more than 100 tribal kings. Interesting. I have gone and preached. I established churches, founded monasteries and schools. I appointed others to preach, all because I'd help people read the sacred scriptures. Patrick would die in Ireland at about 77 years of age, around 493 AD. Having never returned to the Roman Britain he knew and loved, his homeland. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Who said that? Jesus did, in Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. And now you know the rest of the story. This is the Pastor's Desk. I'm Pastor Jim. Your encouragement for today.